Hey guys, this is Chris from RealTruck. We're in Eibach's booth with Nick, and we're going to take a look at his Colorado. Now, one of the unique things about this Colorado, it was actually used for the development of Eibach's new Pro Truck lift system. We got it. So Nick, why don't you tell us a little bit about that process and about the wheel tire fitment and the other mods you've got on the vehicle.
So it started off as a generic, just base stock Z71 diesel. I told everyone I was going to leave it stock, and that lasted about a week, I think, maybe 2 weeks. I talked to my friends at Eibach. We talked about doing some development for the off-road stuff. I knew they were just starting to get into the off-road scene. They kind of had some stuff for the Toyota, branching out into different markets, and being that this truck is kind of the next best thing to the Tacoma, or in my personal opinion, better than the Tacoma.
That makes two of us, by the way.
Good, and three of us. They thought it was pretty much a good platform to start working on their new stuff. So I brought the truck down, I stayed there for a couple days. They did some spring development to test for the springs, but first they just did the shocks. So the shock system is an adjustable shock. You can do 3 settings for leveling. From 0 at factory, you could go about 1 inch and then 2 inch. So that was the start, and then after that we went with the springs later on down the road as basically seeing how the market played out. So the shocks sold like crazy. They added the spring as the whole stage 1 package. And so the spring alone adds about a little over 2 inches of lift, so you can pretty much raise and lower it how you want to between the shock and the spring and kind of get that fitment you need or want.
Yeah, that's going to give you probably clearance for about a 31 or 32 inch tire.
My first set of tires I ran was the Falcon Wild Peak AT3Ws, and we were about a 32 inch tire. And then once we lifted up a notch for SEMA, I was like, well, we got to go 33s. I mean, I've been wanting to go 33s. So up 1 notch plus the spring, you can fit 33s, no trimming, no clearance issues. It fit perfect.
Now you're running the Method grids.
Correct.
Looks like titanium finish. These are actually the same wheels I have on my truck. This is the Falcon Wild Peak mud terrains.
Correct.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about some of the aesthetic upgrades on the truck? It looks like an RK Sport hood, is that right?
We have an RK Sport hood. It's fully functional, which is cool, and as far as the diesels are concerned, it kind of makes a big difference as far as what you can adjust with the turbo. This particular truck has the AFE Performance Blade Runner intercooler tubes, AFE Magnum Force intake, and it's got Dan's Performance diesel tune on it. And then we also have an AFE turbo back exhaust, so it is maybe or maybe not street legal.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you've actually picked up some rock sliders from the new ZR2 model.
Correct. So I fought myself onto what rock sliders I wanted to go to, and I just kept falling back on the OEM ones. So I called my friends at Riverside Chevy and said, hey, you guys want to be part of this build and supply some OEM rock sliders? And they prevailed, so they sent me a kit the next day to put these things on. And I mean, aesthetically, I think this is the better looking ones, in my personal opinion. They're bolt-on, so they can come on and off easily. Enough protection to get you where we need to go.
Sure, yeah, as long as you're not doing any, hardcore rock crawling, which is really not what this truck seems to be built for anyway. You're probably in pretty good shape. Now, roof rack, I love it. It's from MRAC. You've got the KC Gravity light bar up there, which KC making fantastic products.
They do.
Big fan of theirs as well, running the Flex series on my truck. And then in the back, and then it looks like front and rear bumpers. Is that all from NFAB?
Yeah, so we have NFAB front and rear. We ended up having them powder coated in flat black. The whole point of what I wanted behind this truck is that all these parts are readily available. So this is pretty much a rolling advertisement for a lot of companies that produce bolt-on parts. There's nothing that you can't have, nothing that's custom made. So everything on this truck you can go and buy tomorrow if you wanted to, except for the tire carrier.
Yeah, well, it turned out great. Really appreciate you taking the time to show it to us. So that about wraps this up. If you want to see more great builds from SEMA 2017, subscribe to our YouTube channel, give us a follow on Instagram or Facebook, and keep your eye out for the next one. Thank you, and thank you, Nick.
Thanks, guys.